Welcome back to my channel Knowledge Chronicle.
Have you ever wondered how you can move your hand just by thinking about it? Or how your heart keeps beating even when you're asleep? Behind all of this is the most powerful system in your body, the central nervous system. In this video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of neural control and coordination. Get ready to explore how your brain works, what makes it the ultimate command center, and how it keeps every part of your body in sync, from thinking, feeling, breathing, to even dreaming. Welcome to Knowledge Chronicle, where curiosity meets clarity. If you love understanding how the human body works, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. The human body is like a huge orchestra, with each organ playing a unique role. But without a conductor, the music would be chaotic. That conductor is the nervous system. Neural control and coordination refer to how our body communicates, responds to stimuli, and maintains order. It's what allows you to pull your hand back from a hot surface, feel emotions, and even maintain balance while walking. At the core of this system lies the central nervous system, or CNS, which consists of two major components. First, the brain, that's the control center. And second, the spinal cord, which acts as the communication highway. Together, they receive information, process it, make decisions, and send out commands. You know, your brain is actually the most complex organ in your body. Weighing about 1.4 kilograms, it's the seat of intelligence, emotions, creativity, and coordination. It handles voluntary movements, like walking or talking, and also involuntary functions, such as your heartbeat and digestion. Plus, it takes care of thermoregulation, which means keeping your body temperature constant, and it manages hunger and thirst signals. The brain also controls sleep-wake cycles, or what we call circadian rhythms, and is responsible for emotions, memory, intelligence, and even hormonal control. But how does the brain stay protected? Well, it's safely enclosed in the skull and cushioned by three protective membranes called the cranial meninges. These include the dura mater, which is the tough outer layer, the arachnoid, a thin web-like middle layer, and the pia mater, which is the innermost delicate layer that hugs the brain. So, let's break the brain into three major parts. First up, the forebrain. You can think of it as the thinking cap. This part includes the cerebrum, thalamus, and hypothalamus. The cerebrum is actually the largest part of your brain. It's divided into two hemispheres, left and right, which are connected by a bundle of nerves called the corpus callosum. The outer layer is called the cerebral cortex, or gray matter, and it gets its color from the neuron cell bodies. The cerebrum handles a lot of important stuff, like motor areas that control movement, sensory areas that process sensations such as touch and pain, and association areas that manage memory, learning, judgment, and communication. Now, the inside of the cerebrum is called white matter. It's packed with myelinated nerve fibers, which is what gives it that white appearance. The thalamus acts like a relay station, directing incoming sensory signals to the appropriate part of the brain. Now, the hypothalamus is a small but honestly incredibly powerful area. It controls things like body temperature, hunger and thirst, sleep cycles, and even emotional responses. Plus, it produces hypothalamic hormones that influence the pituitary gland. The limbic system includes the amygdala and hippocampus, and it's responsible for emotions, motivation, sexual behavior, and memory formation. Ever wonder why a smell brings back a memory? Well, that's your limbic system in action. The midbrain, sometimes called the bridge, is located between the forebrain and hindbrain. It contains a channel called the cerebral aqueduct. Its dorsal part has four rounded structures known as the corpora quadrigemina, which are responsible for visual and auditory reflexes. For example, you hear a loud bang and immediately turn your head. That's your midbrain working. Alright, so now we come to the hindbrain, also known as the balance keeper. This part of the brain includes the pons, cerebellum, and medulla oblongata. The pons acts as a bridge between different brain regions and, it helps regulate breathing. The cerebellum, which actually looks like a mini brain with a highly folded surface, controls posture, balance, and coordination of movement. For example, when you ride a bicycle, your cerebellum is the one making sure you don't fall off. The medulla oblongata connects the brain to the spinal cord. It's responsible for regulating vital involuntary activities like breathing, heart rate, blood pressure, and digestion. Together, the midbrain and hindbrain form the brainstem, which is crucial for survival. Don't forget the spinal cord, the communication highway between your brain and body. It's involved in reflex actions, those quick automatic responses that protect you from harm, like pulling back your hand from something hot. It's encased within the vertebral column and also protected by meninges and cerebrospinal fluid. So next time you feel an emotion, remember a song or take a breath. Thank your central nervous system. It's a masterpiece of biological engineering, silently coordinating every beat, thought, and action of your life. Understanding how your brain and nervous system work isn't just fascinating, it's empowering. Because the better we understand ourselves, the better we can take care of our minds and bodies. If you found this video interesting and learned something new, don't forget, your one like, share, and subscribe will help us create more valuable content. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next episode of Knowledge Chronicle.